Hello and welcome to Todd Rolls Dice. I'm Tom, and in this one we're going to take a look Halo Flashpoint being played by the creators and the painters. This is going to be a fun one. I've been looking forward to doing this. I wanted to do this nearer the launch. Now, the game itself has already launched in the USA. You lucky little bastards. I have to wait until the end of the month. I actually think it's going to turn up. I don't know when it's going to be shipped, but I think it's going to turn up while I'm away, which makes it even worse. Just delays my need to play this game so much more, just by a couple of days, but still. But we're going to watch this. So this is over on Mantic's YouTube channel. I will obviously link it in the description below. We're going to watch this in full. I will be talking over it, much like I've done with my reveal shows and things. But I want to see how this plays, get a feel for it. This is Ronnie from Mantic with two of the guys. I think it's Thomas and Ian from the Army Painter, who are, you know, their connection to it is the Halo Flashpoint paint set is Army Painter paints. They're like the official paint supplier, I guess. But I want to do this. I want to get my head around the rules a little bit. I know this is based on their Dead Zone rules, but never played Dead Zone. I don't know much about it. And I'm just really looking forward to seeing how this plays and my very limited knowledge of skirmish games like this. And I want to know if watching a game played, obviously this is a training game, this is a demo game, it's not going to be perfect, but there's going to be an element of finesse and charisma about this, because Ronnie's amazing. I'm becoming a real big fanboy of Ronnie from Mantic. He's an absolute rock star. But I just want to see if watching this gives you that Halo vibe. Everybody says playing it gives you that Halo vibe. I wonder if watching it does too. So it's about an hour long. We're going to get straight into this. I'm not going to stop the video unless there's things that I really need to go back and check. But this is just me reacting to the video in full. Like I say, I'll be talking over it. So if you want to see this and you haven't already, do go check out Mantic, sub to their channel, give them a like on the video. They've got loads of Halo videos up, and obviously more is going to be coming as it releases worldwide and into the next year with expansions and stuff. I really like these guys. I like everything I'm seeing about these guys. As someone who only really knows Wizards of the Coast and Games Workshop, who are the big boys, who don't really sometimes understand the customer base. I think Mantic do get it, and I think at the core they're just guys and girls, they're just people who want to make fun stuff. And they're trying to make fun stuff with a property that I absolutely adore. So how about we just get into this?
Hello everybody and welcome and thank you for joining us. I'm Ronnie from Mantic and I'm here with
Thomas from the Army Painter.
And Ian from the Army Painter.
And we've come over to, obviously we're working with these beautiful people to get the Army Painter
just tweaking the volume a touch.
Beautiful new Fanatic paints that's going to be coming out with the Halo Flashpoint edition.
It should be better.
At the same time, they're all gamers over here, and I thought I would take them through and show them off, because we're going to be playing some games later, how Halo Flashpoint the game works. And in the game, whether you buy the Spartan edition or the Recon edition, or if you go to any show or any local store over the late summer running into fall, you're going to come across this scenario. It comes in the game. It's on the flip side of the gaming mat.
DMR,
it's got
classic
everything
DMR.
you need to learn
combat
how
knife.
to play Halo. So you're going to take
love
two
it.
Spartans each. We've got the scenery is pre-prescribed where it all fits,
Nice.
marked out on the gaming table. And
This
we
truly
think
is a
around the
training
edge,
demo
we've
game.
got every single rule you're going to need, plus all the stats to allow you to learn how to play Halo Flashpoint.
That's smart.
And from there, we scaled it up. We add more. So I'm going to take these
That's
gentlemen through
really
again.
smart.
Excited.
We're going to play to the
Just as an out-the-box
whoever
intro.
kills the other.
Because you don't even need to paint the models.
2 on 2.
They come in
Two
coloured
deaths wins
plastic,
it.
so you know
There is
which
no
team's which.
respawn in this. When you're playing the full version, your guys come back twice as cross and twice as angry as they normally do. And we've also left out items when you see a full game, items are scattered around. It might be a grenade, it might be ammo pack. It's cool things.
Nice.
And
Talk about
there's
ammo
random
packs.
weapon spawns for
I suppose.
gravity hammers and spankers. But you're going to see those in some of the
Oh, a
later
spanker.
videos. This is the demo game to get movement, shooting, fighting, combat, and tactical positional play.
This is what I need. An idiot like
Okay,
me.
gents. So you've both got 2 Spartans each, and each of the Spartans, each Spartan specialises in something. It's stronger in some areas than other. So Ian, if you just lead us off and just tell us what you've got on your side, and we'll talk about some of the stats and how they work.
So here I've got a Spartan Mark 7,
Nice.
and I've also
Nice
got
armour.
a Spartan Deadeye.
Right. And what
My
you've
personal
got there,
choice.
the Spartan Mark 7 is the Mark 7 armour, and he's just an all-round good at everything Spartan. And we're going to look at his stat line. The first stats are the speed, and this is 2-3.
Yep.
And the 2 is referring to, have a guess what the 2 refers to in his movement.
Spaces that you can move.
There we go. And so one of the joys of this game is we've removed tape measures. So
Nice.
there's no measuring and coming back. You're in a square.
Yep.
If you want to move one, you move a square. You want to move another square, you move a square. Whatever you can see in that square, you move to wherever you want. Movement is very fluid.
Nice.
If you move 2, that's the short action, that's the first number. You can do another short action. And the actions are all
okay.
listed here. You can advance for a short. You can stand up after you've been knocked down or blasted by a hand grenade. You can shoot, which is a short action. So what we're probably going to be doing lots of is moving into a great positional place and then shooting at each other.
Yep. Sounds good.
You can crouch,
Yep.
which is if you're in a good position, you're really taking aim, you're lining up, you're doing nothing but shooting. You can sprint. Now
Yep.
that's a long action, and we'll do that in a second. And there's assault, which is also long free. A sprint is the second stat.
Yep.
So instead of moving 2, 1, 2, or actually we're better 1, 2, you move 3. 1, 2, 3. That might be to secure a strategic objective. It might be to get a positional place that you
Okay,
want.
but you can't shoot. Like
The difference is
Necromunda
if you
actions,
assault,
action
1,
limit.
2,
And
3.
kill team, I guess.
Now assaulting, which is a long action, then you get a free.
I'm going to be
combat.
referring to
we'll
Games
discuss
Workshop
that when we
games
get to
because
it.
that's my
And
knowledge.
that complicated, in-depth rules is how movement works.
That sounds great. Here's a square. You can
Yeah,
move
get
anywhere
that.
in that square.
And one of the things you can do, can you move diagonally? Yes. Can you move up? Yes, they're Spartans. And so anywhere here, if it's one cube away,
I love that.
there's cubes,
What's the reason they can do all this cool
square,
stuff?
you
It's
can
because
move
they're
to that one,
Spartans.
that's diagonally touching. If
Yes.
it's touching, you move there. That's
Understood.
movement. Next, we're going to talk about the stats that you've got. You've got your range stat.
Yep.
That's
Okay,
the stat
range.
you need on a D8.
So 4
to
squares.
shoot.
Oh, and a D8.
The next one is your fight skill. If you're in melee, that's your stat.
Okay.
And then survive. This is if you are being shot at or someone is fighting at you, you
5
survive
on a
in your turn.
D8.
And you need to roll more than that on your successes. That'll come out as we go, but those are the 3 stats. That's all you need. You then got your armor. How much armor do you have? You've got your hit points. 4 wounds after that. It's respawn, but in this game there's no respawn, so training mission over.
Yep.
Okay.
And finally, you've got your shields.
Yep.
You all start with 2 shields. The first hits are going to knock the shields down, and then you start getting through the armor and into the juicy wet bits inside. And then
Okay.
finally, you've got your activation counter. When your figure has done it, we're going to mark him activated, and it'll be the other opponent's turn.
Alternate activations. Yep, perfect.
Let's
That's
just
how I
jump across to
prefer it.
Deadeye. His ranged attack is, you've got 4, 4, 5. His ranged attack is,
3 plus.
Nice.
and his fight attack.
5 plus.
So here
Okay.
you've got Deadeye. He's a specialist sniper.
Otherwise the
He's the
same.
guy that stands back and picks off with the snipers.
That's my
Let's jump over
playstyle.
to
Mid-range.
Tobias. What have you got,
Battle
Tobias?
rifle. Popping
Thomas.
heads.
Thomas, sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, listen, Bob. I'm good with names, so
You're better at explaining. So.
okay, good.
I have a brawler.
Right, and so guess what a brawler does? He gets in there and messed it up. So let's look at his stats.
Yeah, he has movement 2-3,
Yep,
range 5 plus,
Yeah.
or
yeah, that's 5 plus,
Yeah.
and then fighting 3 plus.
yeah.
So where your sniper needs to be,
He gets in
more
and
than
punches people.
3s to have
I
his
wonder what
successes.
shotgun does.
The brawler needs more than 5s,
Yeah.
but when he's combating, he only needs 3 or more.
Right.
And so if you roll over the number, that counts as a success.
It,
And when the dice
simplistic
pools,
changes,
you're
but
looking
you
for
can
lots
really
of
build
successes.
into ways
And
of
then
playing
you've
it.
also got a Svezda.
Yeah.
And he's got an unusual
Svezda.
stat in that he's got speed of 1-3.
Yep.
The Svezda's a heavy machine gun, and so if he's going to shoot it, he can't move as far. But when he starts shooting it, messy things start happening, okay? So he's
Okay.
not quite as snipery as this guy. His shooting stat is a 4+, but the weapon plays out in different ways. He's pumping some big rounds of ammo across the gaming table, and it's going to make a mess.
Okay, like a saw then,
So
from
I think if,
Halo 4 and
if you're
5.
good, we've covered almost all the major things there. We've got the movement, we've got the stats
And I
you're going
love
to do,
how
you know what your specialist skills are.
simplified
On the
it
demo
is.
game, your characters are actually numbered, lettered.
Oh, yep.
So if you, Bob, if you put your figures on the gaming table wherever they, wherever the corresponding number is,
Yep.
and
Nice.
whack them down,
Shall I do the same?
so you're the same,
Yep. Okay. There we go.
and they're in that square, and that's where they are.
Yep.
This is
Now,
super
when you're in a square,
simplified.
you are where
Obviously,
you
not
are.
the
So if
full
you get
rules.
behind
This is a
piece of armour,
super,
get the cover, get behind a
super
piece of cover.
simplified
It's not a good idea
way of
to be entirely out
showing
in
you the
open
game.
when someone has a really big, heavy machine gun. That's going to hurt. Okay, so tactically, and then you make sure you're using the cover and trying to get round and make a mess. Tactically, I'm just going to give you both one piece of advice, which is you want to concentrate your fire on a guy, because what you want to do is knock down his shields and
Then the
get through
armour.
his armour and mess him
Yeah.
up.
Yep.
The first guy can take shields down, the second guy can come in and finish him off.
Team tactics.
Yeah. So when you're using them, be thinking about how you can, and remember to play to the player's strengths. So before we get started, I'm going to ask you, now this is it is in the game, and these are command dice. And what these allow you to
Energy
do
swords.
is that little extra thing, to double down on it, but you get your combos going, but it's not always secure, it's reacting to what's going on in the battle. And so we've got a command dice, because as a commander, it allows you to influence the battlefield, but there's a little bit of random element to it, which we think keeps it exciting. So we'll talk through these, what they are as you roll them, but I've given you 2 each. Normally in a full game, you'd have 3. And I think it adds a real little spice to the game. So roll those, and then we will put them to the side and tell you what it is.
Off you go, Bob.
So, Jack, you've got this is the special order. It's a special order.
That's,
what that means is
AI
if
chip.
Ian runs into combat with you, you're going to be able to shoot him on the way in.
Okay.
So we're going to put that over here.
That's nice.
And the second one, which is very useful at this stage, is this allows one of your guys, when he's had his turn, he's moved and he's shot, you can shoot again. Okay, now you're probably going to want to use that on your Svezda guy, if you can.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. He's got the perfect shot and he's absolutely going to go for it.
Yeah.
Shall I do the same?
Let's do the same in. Okay.
Nice,
and now
different.
With in the absolute classic demo way, if we were a bit more organised, Fred here would have got your dice, and you'd have got his, because you've got the sniper,
Yeah.
and he's got the extra shot.
Yeah, and Overwatch.
Yeah.
Correct. And you've got the Overwatch, and you've got moving extra,
Yep.
which is absolutely brilliant for Jack's brawler there,
Yeah.
and an extra combat, which is exactly what you'd got to do with your brawler.
We can work with this.
So what it's going to show you, however, is that's how you have to dynamically adapt to it.
Yeah.
Spartans adapt.
I'm just going to give you a little bit
Missions
of advice. You're
change.
probably going to be shooting more with this guy, receiving with this guy, and there's a great thing that if it comes off will make me look like a wonderful playtester. So genius rolling, and of course what you're going to be needing is softening up with this guy and going in with your Mark 7 because he's still better.
So
at
you roll
combat.
those
4
Okay.
plus instead of 5
And you
plus.
Gotcha.
So
keep
here's
them
how
for the
you've got to
turn
respond
or
to
for the full
battlefield. You're
game,
not always
or-
going to get the combos you want. We do that on purpose because I think it makes it a far more interesting and more dynamic
Yeah,
game.
100%.
So, with no further ado, you're going to roll 1d8. Whoever gets the highest score is going to start.
No, you go first this time.
So that's a 6.
6.
Plays 2. So, Mr. Huxley, it's going to be you.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right then.
So you're going to move one of your guys.
Yeah.
He's going to do his complete move. He's going to do a short action or a long action. You're going to take your position. It's quite hard to see things, so you might want to get into a position where you can see something, if you can.
It's a
You
very
use your extra movements to do it.
busy
And then
tabletop. There's a lot of terrain on the
I think
space.
if
A
I
lot of
go-
cover, which is nice.
1. So I'm going to move the Spartan Deadeye first.
Much
So
like
I'm going to go. So I've got
Halo multiplayer. There's always
movement at
bits,
2,
you're
so I'm
ducking
gonna
and
go
weaving,
one
you're
there.
moving between places,
And
you're
I
constantly
think
on the
I'm
move.
Go 1 there.
You got a line of sight?
I can't see anything at the moment, but I'm...
Right. So let me give you a little bit of advice.
Okay.
If you go 1, 2, you
Yep.
could burn this.
Ah,
Burn that
yeah.
first. You go 3,
Yep.
and you'll see there's just going to be, and it's a tiny little, yeah. Now, the whole point of this is you're in urban combat.
Yep.
You are super elite trained soldiers. You see a shot, you take it.
Right.
The game is built that they're going to be in cover.
Yep.
You don't need to see all the guy. I'm going to fire some bullets in there. I'm going to
Yeah.
make a mess. And
Tell
so
you for the
you get
multiplayer, how I
any
play
line of sight,
multiplayer.
you can see any bit of that figure, you take the shot.
Go for it.
Yep.
Right.
The
Sometimes.
dice will reflect that. And what we're going to show is that the only time it's different is if you get a clear shot,
Yep.
you actually get a bonus. So you're not penalised, and there should be no arguments about, can I see it? Yeah, I can see a bit of it. Take the shot.
Okay. Well, I'll follow your recommendation then.
Okay, so we're going to burn this first.
Yeah.
And
So
there's
you-
one tile for
So
free.
put that to
You
one
do
side.
burn
Yep,
the
we'll bring that back
dice.
next turn.
And then that goes 1,
Oh,
2,
it's for every turn.
Every turn you get
get a new one every
Exactly
turn.
that.
Okay.
So they're there.
3.
And that's why with the 2 aside, is
More-
I'll
more
tone it down from
opportunities.
3. When you've got 4, you're going to have
Yeah.
less than you have number of guys. So you're going to move there. You're
Yeah.
going to get some cover. There's the line of sight.
Then
You've got a shot.
I'd like to have a go.
It's a dead eye. So let's get shooting. We'll go straight into the action.
Right.
So to do anything, to do any action, you start with 3 dice.
Right.
So you're going to start with 3 for shooting.
Yep.
And you're going to start with 3 for defending.
Yes.
And then you look if there's any bonuses.
Right.
Now, there's 2 ways you can get bonuses, and I'll just, before we position him finally, if you were higher, if you'd got, if you could have got over here, you are higher, you would get an extra dice in your dice pool.
Right.
I was talking before, if you get the clear shot. If you have a clear shot, you get 2 extra dice. If you're higher and with a clear shot, you'd get 3. So what you're looking for when you're moving and planning
Just
a turn or
like the
2 ahead,
multiplayer.
you're trying to get yourselves in a position where you think they're going to be, and you're going to have the most tactical advantages you can. And all of these are covered here. These are the
yep, I see.
keywords. Clear shot, 2 dice.
Yep.
High ground, +1.
Yep.
Friendly fire. If you're firing into a combat, you're good enough, you're not going to hit your mate, but it's harder to get 20 bullets off. You're going to get 3 or 4 in a couple of clips.
Yep.
So you lose 2 dice. It's the
I like
only
that.
negative. And then away you go. So that's your bonuses. The only other way you can get bonuses is from your weapons.
Right.
So let's have a look at the weapon you've got.
So the weapon that
DMR.
Spartan Deadeye has is an M392 DMR.
Right. And that's a good distance range weapon.
Yep.
It's got some keywords.
Yep.
And those are
Lethal 1
Yep.
and optics.
excellent. And again, these are listed somewhere on here.
So
energy shields, energy,
I've got optics here, I think.
excellent.
Shall I read it out?
Yes, do that.
So a weapon with the optics keyword adds a +1 die modifier to shoot actions. Headshots occur on rolls of 7 and 8.
And so one of the joys in this game is that if you roll your successes, if you get an 8, we call it an exploding 8, you keep that success and you get to roll another dice.
Right.
When it gets rolling, we call it the 8 train. If you get the 8 train coming, here we are. The optics, very accurate weapon in the hands of an expert fighter. And so he's going to be hitting on 7 and 8s. He's going to be getting these critical headshots. So we're going to have got 3 dice in there.
Yep.
Optics gives you 1 extra dice.
Yep.
And so you're going to be rolling 4 dice.
Yep.
You're looking for successes that are 3 or more.
3 plus.
Yep.
Right, here we go. Oh.
Okay. Yep.
2 2s and a 6. So
Too bad.
Just warming up.
so we've got 1 success. That's not ideal in the circumstances, but we're going to keep that 1 success
Yep.
out here. And now,
I'll have my 3.
great. Now, what's excellent is what are you surviving on?
Save is here 4 plus.
Yeah, so he's the one with a slightly heavier arm and slightly slower, so you've got 1 success.
Which
Almost
counters?
didn't make it.
So, yeah, correct. I was nearly 1 through and a shield off, which would have been great. And if we were, staging this, that's what would have happened. But there we are. For your success, cancels out his success. Back to the dice pool. You've now activated. You can't take anything from your command, so you mark him as activated. Now he is where he is. Now, obviously, while I've demoed this a few hundred times, I still forget rules because,
Don't we all?
I'm old. And
Yep.
one of the keywords your Svezda has is scout.
Yes.
And what I should have done is allowed you to move this fellow 1 square before the game started.
Right.
Nice.
And you probably would have hidden him and he wouldn't have got shot, but there we are. So what I'm going to do is allow you to move this gentleman 1, your Svezda guy, 1 square now, and then he can pick up his move from there. He or either of them can activate. But,
I think I'll
That
just.
seems fair.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
put him up there.
bring it on.
Yeah.
He
Ballsy.
still wouldn't have resulted in a clear shot. You could have gone up, but that just wouldn't have done that. You wouldn't have been higher. So there was no benefits or downsides to the rules.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
The
you're gonna start
miniatures
there,
look
and now
beautiful.
you can either activate him or your brawler, whichever you want, because that was a scout move and it should have been done before your
Yeah.
turn started.
I think.
I like
I'll just
that. Scout
activate
move.
him
Okay.
As he is, and I don't think I. Yeah, maybe I should. I think I'm just gonna shoot you.
It's got a certain minimalist charm.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
No. Thank you.
So if you move into this square for 1,
Yeah.
which he's allowed to do with a 1-3, you're going to be
Yeah.
right up against the armour. You're going to be standing there looking at all of that figure and all of its base.
So that's a clear shot.
That's a clear shot.
So that's 2 extra dice instead of 1 extra for being on top.
Correct.
So I might do that.
Whose side are you on?
Whatever this gentleman's name is.
Brian.
Yeah, Brian. Let's keep going with that. Okay, so you start any action roll with
3,
3 dice.
and then 2 more, right?
You can see all of the figure and all of its base.
So that's a clear shot.
Yep.
2 plus dice.
But then we're going to find out that this gentleman has.
Optics and rapid fire.
So excellent. So you're in a great position. You've got your 3 dice from actions. You've got 2 dice from clear shot.
Yeah.
That's
And
called
what
miss.
was rapid fire again?
So rapid fire is about firing for effect. Among using the weapon rapid fire keyword may choose to fire normally or blaze away with a shoot action in attempt to pin models but cause no wounds. And this is about, and you usually use that if there's 2 in a square and you've got brawlers that are going to come in. It means you're much better in combat because they're pinned, basically, they're hunkering down,
they're
they're
shielding
not protecting themselves because you're pouring so much firepower into the area. So at this point, you've got your clear shot, you hit him.
I'm gonna go for causing wounds.
Correct. That's
wanna
what,
call
that's the way I always go.
Yeah.
So we're going to have 5 dice, and remember, you've got
I'm a
yourself
li-
in a great position.
Is it
You've
because
thought
he's
about
up
that, haven't
against
you?
the cover that the cover
let's see
doesn't
how this
count?
goes.
That's got to be it.
8, please.
Oh,
Wow.
The dice gods are kind to you. The name
He's on
gods
4
are
as well,
the
doesn't he?
dice gods, yes. So, what do you need for a success? That was a 1.
4.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
So I got 2 more.
So those 2 miss, but you've got 2 8s, they explode, and you've got optics, so 7 and 8s are going to explode. We might have the, come on, let's get the, hey, okay, there's another one. Take
God.
The train, the 8 train from the station. And a 2.
Only 4.
Wow.
Activate some.
So, 4 successes. I'm going to leave those there and see if we can get yours in there and we can compare them up.
These 5s.
Oh my lord, Mr. Huxley's done it again.
Dice.
Yeah, so there's an 8. There's an 8, so that's 2 successes. A 2, that's a failure.
Yeah.
But you've got 2 exploding 8s.
No need for
So I'm after a 5 plus.
You have to 2 5 pluses.
So
Perfect. dice
Saves
rolling, thanks very
explode
much.
as well.
You've got 1 failure and
Yeah.
1 more success.
yeah.
Here's how we do it. So you should have rolled a few more 8s there, but we're gonna get there. We've got another go next time. It's gonna all work out.
This
What
is
happens
different.
the defenders' successes remove the same number as the attacker's successes. So you've done 1 more.
It's fluid though. I
Now
like
in this
it.
case, let's look at the keywords on this weapon. Does it have any armor penetration? It has optics, which is 7 and 8, and it's got rapid fire, which firing for effect. So there's no other special things. So you've got 1 success. Do you have any shields?
Yes, I do. I've got 2.
Okay, so this success gets rid of 1 shield,
Right, and I turn that over.
and that means that shield is now depleted.
Yes.
For how long?
At the end of the turn, when everybody's activated, you will get 1 shield back.
Right.
So if both have gone down,
Yeah.
you're going to
I
get
figured
1
there'd
back.
be a recharge somewhere.
If it stays as it is, that comes back up. So that's the whole in the game. You like run behind it, and you go beep 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 beep
Yeah.
beep 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 beep.
And it goes back again, just like the
Correct,
game.
It just comes back up. So we've created
Nice.
that moment in the game. It was
But it's
lovely.
not both
And that's why I was
shields.
saying. Now then, if you have a way of hitting this guy again, so let's go through that. But I want to see a lot more 7s and 8s now,
Yes.
Fred.
I need
So he gets 5
What?
because it's
all the
3
names?
base, and then it's
See
2
if we can
extra
find
because
out
it's
how many games we
clear.
get through in the, so 5 dice again, clear shot. Here we go. Oh, 1 more dice for optics. I forgot that last time. Come, give me an 8. 6.
No.
So
Just 2 through.
Shame.
goodness.
Does he get 3
We're
saves?
setting you up here. We've got it all here.
I was willing you on there almost.
yeah,
I wanted
right.
to see it.
Stage fright.
Yeah, on the big screen. Okay, 2 successes. Ian.
Right, so I roll 3 dice.
Yeah.
And I've got.
He does. He just
Six.
gets.
There
So
we
you
are.
get
Yeah.
base
So
3
you decided
dice
to make
unless
this game
there's
last
armor
forever. I
pen.
thought there would
I
be
would
dead
take it.
Spartan by this point. Best of unloading.
Best laid
2
plans.
clear shots.
Yeah.
And there we are. So let's say no more about it and carry on playing.
This is obviously
The dice gods.
a training game.
Okay, so,
So you mark it
And
as
they're going
activated.
through the rules.
That's the end of his turn.
I bet this is
Now back over to you.
quick fire. Even
So,
with
I've
4
got to
get
Spartans on the
second round.
field.
so I've got a Spartan Mark
You
7.
could once you know the rules, you get the rules down, you get some tactics down. You can just
So what's his short? His short
burn
movement
through a
is
couple of
2.
games.
and his long movement is.
It's 3.
the end of
feels
the
like it's
square
gonna be quick.
With a Spartan,
Yeah,
it will combat.
yeah.
So that's your 3 option. And the 2 option is, can you get him in a position where you can get some good shots on a guy? Can you be higher? Can you get a clear shot?
So my inclination is to have a bit of combat here.
Well, I think that's a very good inclination. And then if I was being totally impartial, which I'm not, I would then look to my command dice.
Right. Oh,
Would that allow you to, if you were in combat, to do anything again?
yes.
It would allow you to recombat. So in essence, you're going to get 2 combats for the price of 1.
Oh, that's
Nice.
good timing.
So can you get within?
Smiling there.
Yeah. Can you get 3? Is he within 3 cubes?
1, 2, yes.
Right. So let's use that and go 3 cubes.
I love that.
1
Yep.
and 2,
Yep.
because he's in that cube, so I'm there. Is that correct?
And then you go.
Right.
I'm going to use this one then.
You are indeed.
Yeah.
Because we rolled perfectly, we totally staged this, we didn't
Yeah.
make it entirely the wrong way,
Yeah.
but it shows you how, even though you wanted his command dice and he wanted your command dice, you're tactically changing your game to go, I was thinking about shooting, I'm not shooting, I'm definitely attacking, because I'm
Yeah.
going to get 2 goes,
Yep.
and you're going to use your command dice to go, oh,
Here he comes.
here you come, let's have a little pot shot at that.
Nice.
So you never get clear shot when they are coming in at you, because they can be scrambling over and you're responding to it, so you don't get time for a clear shot. But you're
Okay.
going to shoot him,
Yeah.
so you're going to hit with 3 dice.
3 dice.
You've got optics.
It's 4. Right.
Okay.
Now, unless you
I
kill
get
him,
it. I
he's
like
going to get
it.
in combat.
Yeah.
If you had a weapon like this guy, the
Yeah.
brawler, that's got knockback, sometimes you can actually knock them back in the combat and they don't make it. But in this case, unless you kill him,
Nice.
so you need to roll more 8s than I've ever seen on 4 dice.
Good luck.
Sounds good.
And if you don't, he's going to start mashing you up with a...
7s are good.
Oh, well, 2 7s and a 5, so you've got 3 successes. But you've got that beautiful optics word, which we loved so much.
Oh, yeah.
And then you still determined to roll with a 2 and a 1, appallingly.
Yeah.
So, you might get rid of some shields. Let's see how Mr. Huxley rolls.
No.
Saves over 1.
6, 5, 1.
Pops
So
shield.
my survive is 5+.
So that's 2 successes.
Yep.
Plays 3 successes. So that's left. That's a failure.
Yep.
1 success. Blink.
Blink. Pew.
I'll take it.
I think that's reasonable.
That's fair enough. Now,
Okay, payback.
now you've softened him up a little bit. That's going
Yeah.
to become very useful in about 1 turn's time, I'm going to say. So now, Mr. Huxley, you're
Right,
gonna come
okay.
charging in, and
Yep.
let's see if you've got any command dice that make this even more interesting.
So I've got this command
So-
dice.
First, you've activated him.
Yep.
You've moved into the square,
Yep.
so you activate a free combat action.
So to
Right.
be in combat, you've got to
part
be in
of
the
your
same
turn.
square.
And when you do that, very similar.
Which makes
you're trying to
perfect
do
sense.
something where you're trying to do fight.
You're
Yeah.
running at him to
How
hit him
many
with your
dice to
fist.
3.
Perfect. Did you charge into the square this turn?
I did.
So you get
Another
2
2.
extra dice.
Whoa.
Nice.
There's a few other modifiers. They're all listed down here.
Yep.
See if any of them qualify.
So fight test modifiers. +2 dice if the model triggered this assault action by moving into the cube, like you just said. +1 die if another friendly model is in the same cube.
So if you've got a mate, he's knocking them about as well, so you get an extra dice. Your dice pool doesn't apply this time.
Nice.
+1 die if the opposing model is injured.
So if you've already injured them, they're kind of slightly holding their guts in while you're trying to bash them over the head with the gravity
It
hammer.
depends how you define
So
injured.
They've got a couple of things on their mind. They're not quite.
I don't
at
think
peak
popping a
combat.
shield
You get
is
an
going to
extra
be
benefit.
injured.
And
Maybe
then
if you
last
threw
one,
the armor.
+1 die if the opposing model was pinned at the start of this action.
And you know, we're talking about rapid fire.
Nice.
You pin them, you get an extra 1 dice. So
Okay.
this is you charge in, you get 2. They're pinned, you get an extra 1.
Right,
And what
okay.
you're trying to do, get through those shields, get through that armor, and get into the wounds category.
Okay.
So you've got 5 dice.
Yep.
3 for any action, 2 for coming in.
Okay, all right, and then I roll. And I'm looking for...
Oh my lordy, we finally
Wow.
got it.
Oh my.
So my
It needs 4s,
value is
right?
4+,
The A train is leaving the station.
and I can see all of them were successful, but not only that, 3 of them were 8s.
So you've got 3, 4, 5 successes.
So I'll leave those there, and then roll another 3.
Yeah, so we've got 5 successes. And
And they're all successful
God.
as well.
bang, bang.
And
we've
another
now run
8.
out of dice, so you're going to have to start using his dice. And there's another
Yeah,
That's another success. 8, 7, 9?
What can I say?
Why?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And finally, after all that rubbishy rolling, we're now in the game. You've got 3.
Yeah, it's. Let's see if how many. No.
Okay.
8s.
No 8s, but 3 successes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start getting rid of the dice pool. So your 3, get rid of 3 of his.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
So we're still left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Through the shields.
We've had a bit of a swing on this. This is what we're looking for. So, have any of your shields been depleted at this point?
No.
So, now, what did you come in with? If you just read, you're going to be in the combat.
I've got a close combat. A weapon is an M11 combat knife.
Okay. Range is close combat. You can't
Yep.
do anything with a knife. Armor piercing?
2.
Right. And one of the things with the knives is you can have as much armor as you want, but when a Spartan gets this close to you, he's going to look where your armor isn't, and he's going to jab his knife into that bit. So maybe somewhere around your neck, maybe in your armpit,
Yeah.
somewhere in your
The
hip.
soft
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, he's going to start making a mess.
They've thought
we've
about
given
how
them
Spartans
armor piercing.
operate.
This is a real
Wow.
benefit for getting in close.
Trained
And in the
operatives
computer
operate,
game,
but also
if you come up
Spartans
behind
and speed
someone,
them.
boom, thank you, good night. There's
Yes.
no shooting, there's no messing.
Yep.
If you've got some shields, it does have a slight effect, and I think, do you have...
The key word here is ESD1.
Right, and that's the energy shield depleter. Okay, and what that means is it depletes the shield, the shields aren't at full effect, and 1 means instead of your shield being for 2, then now it's reduced by 1. If you had energy shield depleter 2, you deplete their shields by 2. And this is a weapon that goes straight through shields,
Okay.
whatever.
No wonder you can
combat dagger does
respawn.
1. So, normally to get rid of 2 shields, we need 2 successes.
Yes, only 1. Yeah.
Correct. So we're going to get rid of 1 success for the first shield, and the energy shield depleter is going to get rid of the other.
Nice.
So now we go to the armor. You've got an armor of,
3.
2.
yeah, and you've got armor piercing of.
2.
So instead of getting rid of 2 successes there,
He's
they're
down.
going to go straight through. Now, he's not only found some quite juicy bits here, he's found that kind of thumping, beating heart that's in the middle. So, first wound, second wound, third wound, fourth wound.
He kind of ran out of wounds.
Yeah.
And so once you've got your 4 wounds, there's all 4 of them taken. There's still done 1. And that's what happens when you get those
Wow.
really dramatic rolls.
Well, that's how it is in the
You should have
game.
done with your Svezda, I'm just saying.
Oh, thank you for saying that now.
That's what we were hoping for. That's what we were looking for. So
I love the speed of
come in,
this.
You've walloped him.
Ian!
We're going to put him over the side here, okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
Sorry, Andy. Now, you're going to get your revenge. It's not going to be quite as dramatic. We've used this dice. You didn't even need to use that.
No, I didn't know.
So we
I
can rub it in. You
so-
had 2 goes with the
so I
Svezda. It's a pretty good gun,
I get
you
to
know.
keep that one then.
You
Yeah.
can. You're
Yep.
probably not going to use it because now you're going to mark him as activated.
Yep.
If there was someone still standing, that's when you use that.
Yep.
Oh,
Now
nice.
you've activated all yours, you won't actually get a chance to use that.
Ah, right. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Because it will end.
But,
So you lose
that
that
was
at the
your
end of the turn, and then
insurance
you
benefit. hadn't rolled 57,008, which is what you did
What can I
roll.
say?
Yeah.
So you're going to pay him back?
I am.
Right. And you've got 2 choices here.
Yeah, either shoot him or charge him.
Now, one of the ways that you usually get clear shots is exactly from the outcome of what's happened. He's got excited, belted over,
Yeah.
killed you. And suddenly you're so busy stabbing this, making a mess.
Yeah.
You're not too busy. You've forgotten there's another spot just coming around the corner with a very big gun.
Yeah.
However, and this
Yeah.
is where if you've just been standing, if you've got one more wound,
Yeah.
there will be no choice. Because shooting into combat is terrible, but running into combat when you've got a friend is a very good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you're going to have to respond to it. He's not a brilliant shooter, but he has got a good gun. You're pretty close, you're going to get a clear shot. So,
Oh yeah, he's only hitting on 5s,
right, so he's shooting on a 5+, he's combating on a
3+.
okay. He's your last guy left as well, so he's going to get all your command dice next turn.
Yeah.
But you're going to
Nice.
get 2 dice from a clear shot. You're also going to get 2 dice from running into combat.
Yeah, but if I do it up here,
Yep.
I get 1 extra dice from
do?
shooting. But that's
So then
way
you-
up there.
Correct. So you've got your 5 versus your 3. You've got
Well,
a clear shot.
If I
You're
go
gonna-
into combat with him, he's gonna have a harder time shooting me.
Correct.
So that kind of said.
Go in combat.
Okay.
Stay alive.
Let's go in. So just moving through, you can go up here 1, drop down into there 2. You can come around that way. There's plenty of ways of getting into combat.
Yep.
In you go. So
You move diagonal as well, yeah.
let's do the attack.
So that's 5.
Yeah, 3 for coming in plus 5. You're requiring 3 pluses. You're knocking on the combat dice. Okay.
And I've already lost 1 shield.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's where that shield is down, so
on this
one's
one.
going to go. And we've got energy shield disruptor. So if you get your successes, you've got no shields, got no armor.
Not on that marine.
4 successes.
You've got 4 successes. Unfortunately, none of those beautiful 8s that we like so much. But there's 4 successes. Come on, roll badly, Huxley, for goodness
Yeah,
sake.
yeah.
1s. Excellent.
Save one.
Poetic justice.
Right,
You
so
said it and it came true.
2 failures, 1 success. So we're going to take one of the dice away from the success.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've still got 3.
Yep.
You've already got 1 shield down.
Yep.
You've got energy shield disruptor. 1.
Yeah.
Shield's gone.
Right. Boom.
Armor 2.
Armor. Yes.
Armor piercing.
Piercing 2.
So no armor.
Right.
1 success. 1 wound.
Oh, did he? He did clip him, didn't he, with the...
So
The
I've
heavy
got
machine
4
gun.
wounds. So I'm down to 1.
Down to 1.
I still live.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Okay, so you're just up.
Pretty good.
That's how close it is.
Almost
That's where
traded.
that extra dice, your command dice, that's where if you've taken 1 more shield away, he's down, it's 1 kill all.
Yeah.
But
So,
because
we're
it's
gonna
not
put a
his
wound counter
turn...
on here with 3 wounds. Magically, he's got
Oh,
to appear.
there we go. I see. Thank you very much.
Dropped in, thank
Because
you,
it's
from the wound
not his
counter gone.
turn,
And
I
he
probably-
can't use his
that's it,
command
yep, so-
dice
You know which one it is. The guys are all exactly as they
1
appear.
left. There we go.
to activate
Okay.
a
so
second
That's the end of
time
the turn.
outside
Everybody's
of his
had a go.
turn, right? You
Everybody's
can
done
only
all
use
they
command
can do.
dice in your turn, is what I'm trying to say. That's how
Quite
it
exciting.
looks.
It's going to be a little bit tough to survive. It was that Spencer just needed to mess him up a little bit
Yeah,
because if he was
yeah.
coming in, you'd be getting. But you
I know,
forced him
he's
into
pretty
using
battered.
the die he doesn't want to use in a way that he doesn't want to use.
If he
He's not
goes
using a big
first,
shot. You can break away. We'll talk about that.
He can-
So what you do at the end phase
Close
is you
quarters,
clear away all of the.
The guy will have a wound and
activation
shield,
markers.
Yeah.
That was on there. You
Yeah,
were last.
and then
Yeah.
Whoever finishes
move into cover
first
and just stand his
goes
ground.
first in the next turn. So you don't roll off each turn. So Mr. Huxley went first. You went.
Oh.
You went. You went.
Yeah.
You finished first. So you're going to go first.
Right.
Okay. This turn, what's
Okay.
going to happen is you're going to go. If you're still alive, you're going to go. If you're still alive, so then he's going to go. Which means Ian's
But charging the
finished
other
first.
guy,
It's time
charging
for
the
you to
dead,
go
mind you, the
first
dead eye
next
hits her.
Okay.
turn. So try and survive.
Just punch him.
He's got no wounds. He's got all his shields up.
Command dice.
Yours get 1 shield back each.
Okay.
So at the start of the new turn, that's the shield
Nice.
regenerating. They've not been taken down. They've had a little bit of time. You've got your wound markers. Wounds, of course, stay.
Yep.
They don't go away. There is the item things that can do medipacks that heal you up and things, but we're not using those in this game. And we're going to go into
Medipacks.
round 2.
Right.
That's a
So
throwback.
you finish first, or you go first.
Right.
luck.
Best of luck.
Yeah.
Thank
That
you.
was David's love,
I like
wasn't
the
it?
idea of rolling off each turn, especially when it's
Right.
this crucial.
Okay. So.
But then I
what are
suppose you
my
have
options
respawns and
here?
more. Usually you have more than
I'm
2
all about
Spartans.
fighting.
So let's just start. Let's start when we start.
Yeah.
Beginning of the turn.
Yes. Good
Let's
point.
roll these.
Okay.
So yeah, you've got a shoot on the way in
Yeah.
and an extra D8.
Right.
So those aren't going to be super helpful except the D8. You've got an extra move.
Yeah.
Which is
And
nice.
you've got activate another guy, which is slightly unfortunate because he's dead. So you've not got the best command dice on this one.
But
When there is
you
in the full
can
game, you get a chance
tag
to
team
reroll some,
operatives.
with tacticians and things, but we're just going to run with it as it is.
Yeah.
Where at the moment we are.
If you
Okay,
you
so
can
help me
seize the
out here.
advantage,
So,
you can Use a command dice in one operative's turn to activate another
in the
operative.
same cube.
in combat.
There's so much you can do with those dice. Those dice are
Can I
amazing.
activate him first?
So you can activate it. So I think there's a couple of options. You can either activate him.
Yeah.
You could step out.
Yeah.
He would get a free attack at you for breaking away from combat.
Right.
I like it.
But then he's now in the square by himself.
Right.
And then you will probably step away for a short action,
Yeah.
unload your gun into him,
Yeah.
and if he survives that, what he's probably going to do is then respond to that
Yeah.
by following your guy to wherever he's going to go whack him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah, or go and attack another one. So he's probably going to close, denying you the clear shot.
Right.
So your guys are going to run in and
The
come back.
Mark 7
This is
only
where
has
what's he
one
gonna do?
wound
So how do I respond to
and
it?
one
So
shield
then
when
the
you take
alternative
into
is
account
taking your
the
dead
close
eye,
combat
engage
knife.
combat, and running into combat now.
Yeah.
And what you're going to get is you're going to get the benefit of running into combat. You've got the benefit of your friend,
Yeah.
but you're not
I'd
using
just
your
hit
guy
him.
in the best way he's equipped to do
Because
it.
you'll lose. I think you'll lose
So
that Spartan
either
if you
got
withdraw.
a 3-5 that you might get off,
Yeah.
or a 5, or you can lose some dice by going higher and taking optics. You get 3. He's in full strength. He's got full shields. So you've got to be thinking about how can I do the most? How can I use the fact you've got a numerical advantage? to
Soften
your
him
best?
up.
Okay. So rather than work out the maths on this one, I think I'm more inclined just to charge in it.
There we go. So
see if I
that,
can
you
give
know,
him a good
and that's
wallop.
why when you get to load your squads up in the future, you may well go double brawler, one sniper, one
yeah.
Mark 7. So later on in the full Spartan edition, you have a couple of brawler options, a couple of Deadeye options, a couple of Mark 7 options. So you can, when you're playing a fire team,
Oh,
you get
yeah,
4.
'cause duplicate
And balance
minis.
the game at this stage.
Yeah.
Everyone gets 4, but in the Spartan edition, you can weight your 4 to more brawlers.
it's-
You're clearly a guy that likes to
There's
get
no
in and get
restriction.
messy. We're
It's
doing
not just
sniping
one of
stuff.
each type.
So
It's
let's do it. So
Okay.
he's
whatever you
take-
want.
He's an elite trained sniper. And
Little bit
running
of
into
list
combat.
building.
Excellent. Let's do this.
Why
That's what we
not?
like.
Right. So I'm going to move.
Actually,
2
yes,
cubes.
but yeah, that makes
1
sense.
and 2, and I'm in the same cube as the others.
Yep.
He gets
In
an
this case, it's
extra.
not going to matter, but the maximum Spartans in a cube is 2 per side.
Yeah.
So you get 4 in there as a total.
Okay.
After
Yeah.
that point, there's just no room. It's too much busy doing things.
And then I want to get into combat.
And that's what you do.
Use your extra D8.
Okay. So I take my 3 dice.
Yep. Did you run in and initiate the combat?
I did. So that's another 2.
Yep.
And I've got friendly help.
So you get
So
an extra 1.
an extra 1. So I've got 6.
Got a nice big dice pool.
Can I use anything here?
You could throw your extra dice in there.
I think I might do that as well.
Yeah, may as well. And that's the point, that extra wound, you want that 1 through, the extra 1 just to get it through.
Roll a
When you
couple
get
of
your
8s.
successes,
Keep
and
it
you'll be
rolling.
3. Is he
D8
injured?
train.
No. And do you have a friend? No, because he's dead. So
So it's a 5. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
So it's a 5+, obviously, because he's not trained as a brawler.
Okay.
But
He's still pretty
I don't know.
trained. He's not
Still
quite
here.
as well trained as this now.
Here we go.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
For me.
So you could see if that was a brawler, some of these are hits, and
Yeah.
some of the other things it'd be dice. You'd have 5. He's actually a Spartan thingy. You've got 2 with 1 exploding net.
Okay, so
Oh, exploding is in combat as well.
Whenever you roll an 8, it explodes.
so I
When
roll.
you're defending in
I
combat,
like that.
but you don't got
Not
7,
the
8.
7.
Yeah, correct. 'cause
So I
that's-
roll another dice.
Simplistic rule, everyone gets it.
Yeah, there we go.
So you've got 3
Respectable.
successes.
Yeah.
So he goes through a shield.
Want to see me roll some 8s?
Yeah.
And there's the blow.
I'm still waiting.
So one's a success. What's his
pops his
defense
shield,
skill on the
basically.
brawler survive?
5 up.
Okay, so the 4's a failure, the 3's a failure.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. He pops shield,
we've
puts a wound on.
We've got 1 success. We get rid of one of his dice. 2. I'm guessing you're using your combat knife, which is going to be an electronic shield disruptor.
Yes.
So instead of needing 2 to get through your shields, he's going to get 1. So 1 goes from the shield disruptor, 1 goes from this,
Yeah.
and then armor 2, armor piercing 2.
Yeah, with the combat, with the close combat knife,
One little nice into the juicy wet bits. So we're going to get a wound marker on this chap,
which will miraculously appear.
which will fall from the skies,
Go.
There we go.
and mark him up as so that's an injury. The shields are gone.
Yeah. I
But-
think that's all right.
There's nothing else you can do with your command dice. Your
Yeah.
guy's activated. He's had his full turn. So
So-
mark activation.
And that was the dead eye. There we go. Okay.
So over to you,
Yeah. I have my 3 dice.
right?
I'm gonna hit the one that's wounded.
With 1 wound left. Yep.
Yeah. So is
Okay.
that 1 extra dice for him being wounded?
Now, you've got two choices here. I'll talk you through those things.
Yeah.
So, you've got the combat. You're not running in. He's going to have a mate. You're going to get a game from being injured. It's going to be quite a tight roll, but you're only looking for one more success. But he's going to have as many defensive rolls as you are going to have attacking rolls. If you get through, we know the knives are vicious.
Yeah.
So you need one success, it finishes him off. But you could break away. The chance of him doing 3 wounds is pretty slim, but you know how the 8 train works. And then you could blast with your gun, with a clear shot, with higher, and all you're looking to do is 1 dice. He's only going to have 3 at that point.
But they do get 3.
Armor.
Do they both get?
No, just
three?
one. Just one of them, because you're just breaking out from combat of 1. You're pushing him off, and he's going to try and stab you. So you're cool.
And is he only getting 3 dice, or does he get?
Just 3. It's a 3 because it's a straight normal combat. You are injured, so he would get 1 for an injury,
I think that
and
sounds better.
and 1 from a mate.
Yeah, that sounds better.
So what are you going to
He
do?
will get
I'm going
5.
to try and break away.
Okay.
So you're going to try and break away. And what we'll probably do is go back into this square, so you can take the thing is you're going to get a clear shot at this fella.
How about up here?
Yeah,
I'd go higher. Yeah.
Well, you can move 2, so you can go up to. Tell you what, you can go 1, 2. You've got only one clear shot there. There,
Yeah,
clear shot. Okay.
I'll take it. So you get a free stab at me?
Right, okay. So is that both of them or one of them?
So just one gets an attack. You choose which one.
So let's choose the
Mark 7.
Spartan.
The wounded one.
No, this, okay. Let's choose the Mark 7.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just work through this. You're going to start with 3.
Yep,
You've got a buddy,
yep,
and he's injured.
right.
5.
So I've got 5 dice.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you're defending, let me just check. You're in your survive action. What's the modifiers for survive action?
Plus 1 die if another friendly model is in the same cube. And plus 1 die if the opposing model is injured.
So you're attacking with an injured one, so you're going to get a dice for that.
Yeah.
Now, if you want, you can attack with the other guy. He loses a dice and you lose a dice. So either his 5 plays 4 or his 4 plays
More
3.
dice is better.
Yeah, more 8s.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
That's the way I always go. Go with that. You're looking for it.
Okay, so I roll first?
Yep.
Right, here we go.
1
I
8.
need...
4s, I'm guessing.
Yes.
3
So you've got
hits.
3 successes.
Yep.
And there's 1 more to come.
That'll
Okay.
do.
Okay.
4
So
dice.
you're going to be unlucky.
Roll some
You
8s.
take 3 wounds. They save nothing.
Yeah.
Your shields are down, so you need at least 1 success.
Oh.
That'll do.
There's 2.
That'll
So
do.
you're going to be surviving. You're going to get to do what you wanted to do.
Nice.
There's the 8 train.
Nice.
They're
Keep
all gone.
going.
Taking
Yes.
Yay!
It's a little
Keep
late,
that-
but keep
Keep that
going.
rolling in mind for what's coming next. So you've got 4 successes. You had 3 on the attack.
Yeah.
You've successfully broken away. You've rolled out of combat. You're going to come up smiling. Say hello to my little friend.
I surprised you with that move, I can see.
Yeah. Do your worst.
I think that's exactly what he intends to do.
Good. So that's 3.
So he's up high, which is
Normally,
plus
and
1.
then
So he's 3 base.
2 for clear
Plus
shot.
1 for
Yeah.
up high.
1
Plus 2 for
for-
clear shot.
Being higher.
Yep.
And
Plus 6.
I'm shooting at a wounded one. Does that? Okay.
Wounded only counts in combat. It's listed out there.
Makes
Good
sense.
try,
Yeah.
but no.
Good.
So 6
5 ups.
and a couple of 8s. Keep it going. He may have optics.
1, 2,
I don't think he does.
3, 4. 5's up, so those 2 have missed, and you don't think you've got optics with this bad boy.
No.
Knockback and lethal. Okay, so we'll come to knockback in a
Lethal.
second. If you do more successes than him, you're going to knock him into another square. That's good fun. But those are your 4 successes.
Yeah.
And lethal means that if you do a single wound, you're going to do 2.
Okay.
It gives you 1 extra wound. Lethal 1 means 1 extra wound to your dice pool. We know that he's only got 1 left.
Yeah.
So if you don't roll more successes,
What does his armor do?
this boy's down.
Remind me again which one you shot. That one. So I take 3 dice.
Yep.
Do I get 1 because I got a friend? In the
What's he going to do? Look out,
he
sir.
gonna
He's going to jump you away. Can you just give
grasping at straws here. Right. Okay. Yay.
So I think that's 2 successes.
Yes, it
I've
is.
got a 5 plus the 4 isn't good enough. But you've got an 8. The 8 train's in the station.
It's 2.
So this is going to make it exciting. So 2 successes cancel out 2 of your successes. Does he have any shields?
He's got 1 shield left.
Have you got any electronic shield disruptors?
No, not on.
Okay. So, so you're going to have 1 to get rid of his shield.
Boom.
But then he puts
Do
2
you
wounds
have
through.
any armor 2,
Yes, armor 2.
armor piercing.
2.
Okay, this is a close combat weapon. It's absolutely got a punch to it. It's the bulldog.
Yeah.
Boom. Forget about your
Nice.
armor. The whole square's getting taken out. So nothing for
Yeah.
your armor.
Yep.
So 1 wound.
Yep.
Lethal makes it 2. So you're going to take 2 wounds.
And I do believe I was only on 1.
So
So,
suddenly the odds are equal.
Is that lethal? Plus 1 for
well
each
done.
dice that goes through.
We've got a beautiful move coming for you.
It
right.
should be.
Oh.
Just keep watching. So, Dead, get him
Yep.
off.
So, okay.
He's out. Now, just have a careful look at your command dice.
Oh, I can use this one now.
Yeah.
Can I use it to run at him?
Yeah.
I think I might do that.
So, if you're going to use that to move 1 square,
Yeah.
which 1 square would you like to move into?
That one.
Okay, let's do that then.
Oh, the move gets him back in.
Say hello.
The way the odds have shifted in about 60
Have
seconds.
that one though.
Yeah, but this is it.
So, now you've activated that, you're coming into combat.
Yep.
You're going to be looking up at him and going, actually, mate, I'm going to use my special command dice
Yep.
to shoot
Because
him
he's
on
got the
way.
So I
Overwatch thing.
just
Get
get.
3 plus, is that your dead eye?
It is.
So his optics still works, he's still a trained marksman, so he's going to get 1 for optics,
Yep.
and you're rolling on 3 plus. You get 1 shield back. Oh no, that take this turn.
There we go. So,
Right,
ooh.
7, 7, 3, 3, so that's 4 successes, and 2 sevens.
7s explode.
Optics, does that make a difference on the 7?
7s and 8s.
So I get to roll 2 more?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, well that's
One more
Just another
success.
hit.
one more.
So
Yeah.
that's 5.
I was looking for 8.
But you didn't, your 7s were good enough. Optics, that optics is a tough weapon.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay, so I think that's none, is it? Is 5s a plus?
Yeah.
So those 3 are out. Sorry, Jack. I think you're in trouble, mate.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just going to remember, these are your shields. They were depleted this turn, were they, from the thing you signed? So, no shields.
No shields.
Do you have any armor penetration on your weapon?
I do not.
Okay, so we need 2 to take care of the armor.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have 1,
I suppose you get that every
2.
time.
3.
Yep.
You might have lethal, which is going to give you a 4th anyway.
Yep.
So
Do you have
4
lethal?
successes.
Okay.
How many wounds have you had left?
So it's just an extra success in the entire shooting phase.
Stop smiling.
Definitely have a win.
Wow.
That's ace.
Close.
There we go. And that
How
was it. And
quickly
you were
that
seconds away
changed
from
and
being able to
shifted.
come in,
Yeah.
initiate another combat. You'd have got the 2
Oh, I
extra
like the
dice,
look of
and you
this
took that
game.
1 dice.
On a knife edge.
On a knife edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, gents?
Oh, this is awesome.
I want to play again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just set up and go again.
Yeah.
I
And
can
it's,
see
it's
this,
great that it's all here as well. So I can read it.
That's a
refer back to
really
it.
good.
You didn't look at that once.
Yeah.
Demo.
It is here.
Yeah.
And that's just, and all you've done
Clear.
is probably 30%
And
in the full game. You both get
because
full
it's
guide, you both
around
get
the
all of
map,
these.
Yeah.
You play on the
Like
bigger
the
pitch,
board,
it's
the
on the whole
table
side,
board.
the other side.
You're not
the
actually
terrain
looking
splits
anywhere
out
but
a
where the
bit.
action is.
And then
You
when
might
you
be
played
checking a
Slayer
roll.
a few times,
The action's right next
so
to
you
it.
just got to the hangs
You're
of
not
like beating the
pissing about
daylights out
cards
of
or
each other,
checking a
wounding them
book
left,
or
right, and centre, and
it's all
playing
just
that.
there for the
The joy of Slayer,
basic
we've
learning.
got an
And once you've
hour,
got this
let's
down,
play 5 kills.
Yeah.
We've got an hour and a half. Let's play 10 kills.
Right.
So you can set for your time allowance. When they
nice.
die
And it's on a
in
kill
game,
by
they
kill.
come
So
back
everybody
up.
respawns, but
You've
it's a
got
kill
the
by
action
kill. So it
codes,
is
you're picking up bits of loot.
like
You've got
deathmatch.
grab hammers and spankers,
Slayer.
which
It's
are
like Slayer, not
weapons
deathmatch.
on steroids. So you've got that to add to it. When you've just done that and you've got really familiar with it, you're very comfortable. Welcome, because in the game we've got 5 different scenarios you can play.
nice.
So you never ever play
book
the
looks
same game.
proper
When you
Halo
start
as
getting
well.
These extra weapons, they have new keywords. So we saw how much we had fun we had with optics and where things. You then get into the scenario setups.
want
and
it.
You've got oddball. You've got.
I mean, I'm getting it. I just don't know when.
So that you can
Hopefully
layer
soon.
it up, basically.
Hopefully within a
So this
week.
is- I
Hopefully
can
this time
start
next
here,
week.
this-
Have
until
a
I'm
box in
confident and
hand.
Comfortable.
We'll be ready
and
to
I
go.
For layering up rules and adding extra detail on it. Yeah.
So what you've got there is the basics of movement, shooting, fighting. You've had a ton of fun, and I want
Wow.
to
Yeah.
and then add on.
keep going. And I think people play this 2 or 3 times before you even step out of this.
That's what I was thinking. I'd have another go straight away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Keep rolling.
yeah. I need memory.
Yeah.
range.
Well, there it is.
That exploding eights is such a spicy rule as well.
Thank you for watching. That's the very first video live sneak peek of the scenario that's coming. Everyone's going to have this in their game. If you haven't got a Spartan edition, go grab it from your local store, reserve it now. On the Mantic website, we have sold out of this edition. We've just done the biggest print run we have ever done in the company's history.
Wow.
We've sold more games directly than we've ever sold of anything directly, and we've already sold out. So get down to your local gaming store, get to your online retailer, and reserve yourself a Spartan edition. If you just want to dive in, there's the Recon edition. It gives you all this and all we've talked about in the rule book, more terrain than's out. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Love to play some Halo with you soon. Thank you.
Yeah, so this is I got the Spartan edition right. So this is what they were playing off. You've got flags, objective markers, and things for the scenarios. All your tokens, all your weapons. Cards. You do have. So obviously there's that mat that we saw. But then when you're on the proper board, you don't have quick reference, but you get Spartan cards, which can just be set up like that mat. All of your tokens, all of your terrain, loads of terrain, and you get it's 8 Spartans v 8 Spartans with variety of loadouts, and then you've got your elites in there as well for the Spartan box. There's no rulers, so that must be a gangway. Let's go. Yes, I want it now. I mean, I wanted it last week, but I want it now. This is looking amazing. This is looking like, I think the new Kill Team rules, the Kill Team 4th edition that Games Workshop did in October, I think that's a pretty nice rule set. I think it's a little bit more streamlined, but the complexity is still there if you want it. This, streamlined, but there's the weapon traits and things. You've got different operatives you can build into different operative ways. So if you want a more shooty, you have 3 shooting guys, 1 brawler guy. If you want 3 brawler guys, and as they add more Spartans, more weapons, you've got to run around the map to pick up weapons. You don't just have like a plasma gun right out the gate. You have to go and find something. You've got to go find the spanker. You've got to go find the energy sword. You've got to hunt down that battle rifle. Probably weapons that will fundamentally change how you operate as a Spartan. You can pick them up on the fly. Hopefully, every turn or every other turn, depending on how it goes. And it sounds like it's not a timed thing. It's a 5 kills, 10 kills, 50 kills. You know, because you keep respawning every turn. And I'd be interested to know if there's a limit on how many respawns. Like, if all 4 of your Spartans are shot down in 1 turn, can all 4 of them come back the next turn? But building things into that turn system where extra things will pop up. Your shields recharge once per turn, but you only get 1. Maybe there's an armor class where they're maybe not quite as good. They maybe don't have as much armor, but they have a better shield generator, so they get 2 shields back, but they only have 1 armor. Different weapons will have different things. Oh, stuff like this. It's doing videos like this. This is what I love doing. This is what I love showcasing. Things that I love. Things that I'm passionate about. Not even played this damn game. I'm already in love with it. It's because it's Halo. But as a rule set, it looks really slick, really smart and intuitive. And as a player, you've got to be reacting. You push on the advantage and things, but you've also got to be thinking, how can I counter if I need to counter? This is looking so good. Oh, Mantic, you might be becoming my favorite games developer, tabletop skirmish games developer with this rule set. I mean, it looks fun to play, and the exploding 8s thing is great. It makes sense, because sometimes you can just get lucky and destroy a guy in a couple of seconds in the game. If you hit someone with a hammer, they're gone, they're done. So that exploding 8s, maybe there's something in there where every hit is just exploding. No? Can't wait to find out. Yes, yes, yes. So that was, yeah, the official demo game with Ronnie from Mantic and Bob, Jack, Jim. It was Thomas. But Thomas and Ian from the Army Painter playing through. It's fun to watch. Yeah, go check it out. Give them a like. Give Mantic a subscribe. Halo is coming out where I am and across Europe in the next couple of days. I think they're starting to ship them now. They're all ready to go. Regardless, you know, there may be some delays and things. This is looking so good. And I cannot wait to play. I cannot wait to do more. I cannot wait to show off my box. Or that kind of channel. I can't wait to just go through and just talk about what's in there, and especially looking at it from a Halo, you know, long-term Halo fan, not just a tabletop games fan, because my knowledge of that is very, very limited. But looking at it, how they've developed it and the details and stuff from someone who loves the franchise, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. See you all in the next one.